Sorry y'all, I have new toys for my videos I haven't quite mastered yet, so I can't put a film out yet. But believe me, I'm dropping heat rocks once I get them down. So since I couldn't make it work, I have this late reaction to how the Las Vegas Raiders offense looked Thursday. We expected the Raiders to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars no matter who was playing and for how long, so it was never about the final score. To me, it was about how certain players on that offense looked. There are some serious position battles going on that offense, so I'm taking note of those battles. Of course, we don't have the answers to everything after just one preseason game, especially the first one, but we did see the beginning of these battles and how they're coming along. The Raiders really need to improve at right tackle. 12 sacks and 71 pressures came from the position last year. The new regime is giving 2021 first-round pick Alex Leatherwood the shot to win the job back. So far, he looks better than he did last year, but still has a ways to go to be a dependable right tackle. But at least he didn't stand out in the wrong way like Brandon Parker did at left tackle while Colton Miller was out. At this point, the Raiders need to just cut him because 5 years in, he is who he is. How did he not get credit for 3 sacks given up the other night? Jermaine Illuminor looked pretty good on the right side and left side, so he should be the swing tackle if he doesn't take over the right tackle spot. Thayer Munford settled in after giving up a sack darner as soon as he got in. He actually looked pretty good at times, but he was going against guys that are going to be bouncers at strip clubs a couple of months from now. So the Raiders will probably keep Leatherwood at 1, Illuminor should be 2, and Munford should be at 3. Parker gotta go. One thing the offensive line looks like it already has is physicality in the run game. McDaniels is known to have a physical running game, and you can tell they've been working on it in training camp. The offensive line was coming off the ball and mauling guys like those old Raider offensive lines of the past, especially right guard Lester Cotton. The transition from Tom Cable's zone blocking scheme to the power gap scheme is great for him and left guard John Simpson, being big strong men. So while Simpson already had his spot, it was Cotton that blew open holes in the running game and took a firm hold of that right guard spot that previously seemed to be up for grabs. If Thursday is any indication, Cotton is going to help the Raiders dominate on the ground. He and the Raiders absolutely have their way running the ball with 159 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4.8 yards per carry on 33 carries. This is huge because if the Raiders can run the ball well during the season, pass protection will be easier. And of course, they can hit teams down the field off play action. It's going to be interesting to see who stays in that running back room because it's awfully crowded. The Raiders didn't pick up Josh Jacobs' 5th-year option, but it looks like he's going to be out there this year, at least when he's healthy. The way he ran with and caught the rock Thursday night, he looked like a bell cow, but not so fast. Zamir White is going to get some run. His combination of speed and power is going to be darn near impossible to keep off the field. After that, I thought Kenyon Drake was going to be the 3rd down back, but Amir Abdullah appears to be in the fight for that role. I didn't see 12-year vet Brandon Bolden out there, and he definitely didn't have a catch or carry. So I'm wondering what his role will be if he has one. He was McDaniels' 3rd down back in New England. Is his role to help the other running backs get the offense and be a camp body? When you're fighting for a role, you got to play in the preseason. Or maybe he already has his role. That's something to keep an eye on. I guess the big question is how many running backs will the Raiders keep this year? It was nice to have Marcus Mariota as a backup quarterback for a couple of years, but it's unrealistic to believe you're going to keep a talent like that as a backup for long. So it was good to see Jarrett Stidham, whom the new regime brought over from the New England Patriots, look pretty good. He was in control of the game, got the ball down the field and made some good throws. He also scrambled and ran the ball in for a touchdown. And as far as receivers go, the battle I'm paying close attention to is Mac Hollins versus Tyron Johnson. We've heard how good both of them have looked in camp, but to me, Johnson has the edge. He did have that uncharacteristic drop, but he stood out more with a couple of catches for 39 yards with a long of 25 yards. Even on the drop, he showed how easily he can run by guys and get open deep. Hollins had just 1 catch on 1 target for -1 yard on the night. It's going to be really interesting to see who wins that number 3 receiver job, but I'm betting on Johnson and all that speed. Obviously, without quarterback Derek Carr, receivers Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow, and left tackle Colton Miller, the offense looked pretty good. And in all the position battles, Cotton looks like he's taking the right guard spot. Another position that looks like it's being taken away is the backup quarterback position, with Jarrett Stidham handling his business. Leatherwood looks much better at right tackle, but he's going to have to do better, especially the way Illuminor is playing. And another battle that's far from over is the wide receiver 3 position, but I just happen to like Johnson over Hollins. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.